Hi everyone, this is Lien and welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. This amazingly cute jewel bloom mini slimline die was released during merakicraftober and I just fell in love with it completely. Now for this card I was inspired by the fall colors outside. All the leaves are falling down here in Belgium and I just love prancing through, instead of snow, through the leaves of all of the trees. So for that reason, I decided to go with a bold fall themed color scheme for this jewel bloom mini slimline die cut that I have. So I took my distress inks and I just went for it. The flowers sort of in an orangey color, going into reds as well, and then of course the leaves still a bit of greens because I already used those other colors on the flower parts of this frame. I think it's such an amazing frame. It's classic but cute at the same time. The flowers are detailed enough but still really simple, so it's completely up my alley because normally flowers, they scare me. They really do. And Crafty Meraki has some amazing flowers in the assortment, but then again there are so many incredible design team members that are so fantastic with flowers. So normally I keep my hands off flowers, but in this case I immediately thought of doing some ink blending on this frame, so I was up for it. I was like, okay, let's do this, let's tackle the flower part on this frame. And since they are really simple ones, I thought I could manage. So I went for it with my ink blending. I also am using this mat from Waffle Flowers. It's a really handy one. You can easily clean it afterwards. And while nothing is on my work surface, which is handy, I don't need to clean my work surface. That is something that I often need to do if I forget to use this mat. But truly, it's a handy mat. So I also decided to go quite dark. So in the beginning I had a bit of fluffy ink blending, but then I ended up going really hard with those inks on top of my frame. It really became a rich frame, if you ask me. But a lot of fun again to do this. And then the inside of the frame, you have so many space left to add things, and I think there are many ways to fill up the space or to use this frame. You can tackle it or use it for any occasion, actually, in my opinion, depending on the colors that you're using, or maybe the words or the images that you are combining it with. It gives you a lot of possibilities. Now for the word later on, I went back to an oldie but a goodie, being the Hugs Shadow word from Crafty Meraki, and I cut it out of some gold glitter cardstock. Why? Because it just works, and all of these colors are quite warm. So gold, yes, and then glitter, of course, yes. So it was like a match made in heaven when I decided to use some glitter cardstock. So here I'm going way darker onto those flowers than originally, and just kept going back and forth. So I checked whether I liked the frame, because of course you can add way more, but I decided that it was time to stop at a certain point, so that was here. And then, as I said, I'm taking that Hugs Shadow word from Crafty Meraki, and I really like the fact that it was just a bit overhanging with some of the flowers on this frame. So I took my gold cardstocks, and I have this bundle from Altenew. It's really handy. There are many golds inside of it, so you can see what matches perfect with it or what doesn't. And then I took the golden Beryl paper, and I got the hugs out, and I'm just going to use the hugs on its own, not adding any shadows to this one. You can add as many shadows if you want to, but keeping it really simple, as I normally try to do, but also since the flowers were so simple, and I just thought that it was perfect just the way it is, without any extras. So I fiddled a bit, making sure to not rip my hugs worth, I'm also keeping the leftovers because, as you can see here, you can definitely also just use a shadow if you want to. So I'm keeping that on the back of my little hugs set, and then I'm continuing with this one to make the card. So I'm going to trim down this paper that I still have in a big size. And once I did that, I could start adhering everything. If you want to play with dimension, you can double it up, this frame. Call me lazy. I must admit that I am from time to time really lazy, and I prefer just starting to assemble without die cutting another 3 or 4 layers. But I must admit that when I do, I am always really happy that I did, because it definitely adds something, but I'm just 99% of the time I'm really lazy. Let's just keep it to that. And then I'm going to add the hugs. Again, you can double it up if you want to. You can add foam strips if you want to. But going lazy again and just adding it. But it will be gorgeous whatsoever. It will be. So after juggling a bit for the placements, I added it. And once I was happy with placement exactly, I press it down. I added this panel onto a mini Slimline card base, just using some adhesive roller, and then I decided to add those final details. As you know, Crafty Meraki has these amazing Meraki sparkles, and this one is a crystal, gorgeous, as all of the other colors are as well. And the beauty about these sets, if you didn't know yet, is the amount of sizes. Aside from the color, the quality, and all those things that are checked off, those boxes are check. I'm trying to find all of the sizes for you here to show you, and I think I came up with 6. Maybe I forgot one, it might be, but I mean 6 sizes. 6! It's like incredible. I love adding several next to each other if I can, if there is enough space around my images or my words. You can add them here on the insides of the flowers as well. I didn't do that in the end, but you can do that definitely. There is a size that fits them. But I really like to add several next to each other if I have enough space. And I love it when I can vary in sizes. And having 6 sizes really gives you all the opportunities you need to play a bit with all of these sizes. Now I also played a bit here with placement, because as you could see, there are many ways to add some Meraki sparkles using this frame. I ended up just adding 5 like this, and I really like the simplicity and how I kept it simple by only using 5. But you can do so much more if you want to. So definitely play around with it, have fun, create. But this is my card for today. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course that you like the end result. I had so much fun with these goodies, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to never miss anything from the design team ever, and I'll be back soon. Bye!